Hello, hello. I'm back with another early development game. I think I'm decided I'm just going to put these in their own kind of playlist. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make another sub tag or for them. Um, so today I'm looking at a game called Sherwood Extreme by Cage Studios. It's a team of a couple of dudes. Very early build. I already made a video, but there were a couple of issues with quality, um, and also the music that's playing right now got a copyright strike, which isn't a super big deal for me, but uh, figure I might as well just be compliant for reasons. I don't know if it makes YouTube mad or whatever. So I'm gonna mute that. So as you've seen so far, this is a crossbow shooting slow motion game. Um, went through that level pretty fast since I've done it before. I'll talk a little bit more about the gameplay the next couple levels. There's only a few levels. Oh, what's this? A health potion. Okay. So there's some elements of this. I think the movement is decent. Um, I think the level design in this game is pretty decent so far overall. But it is very early um, in development, as I understand. I don't know how much it's going to improve. I'm obviously not going to promise anything on that, but it's interesting enough. I thought I'd talk about just kind of areas that I like and areas that maybe I'd like to see some improvement on. There's not a lot going on in terms of this item selection screen so far, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next level. Yeah, this I don't know what this tooltip is for. It hasn't affected me so far. So you have, just to go over controls since I didn't do that yet. You have a crossbow. If you right click to aim, if you jump, it slows down. You also have a sword that's just left click. Right now, it's pretty much useless in my opinion. And I guess you can hit a guy faster if they sneak up on you somehow, but that shouldn't really happen in the current build. Kind of once enemies get into... Yeah, the AI is pretty bare bones. Once they get into position, they'll pretty much just stay there and let you snipe them. So if I'm being careful, I should just be able to, avoid pretty much everything by sidestepping. Okay. Yeah, so overall movement doesn't feel too bad. Combat could use some different things to make it more interesting, in my opinion. I don't know, they could make it sort of a speed runny type game where it's not as important, but I would like a little bit of like an evasion or a block button, something to react to things going on. Level design is pretty nice. I'm not sure. I don't know really if these assets are original or not, or if they're just Unity assets. Don't have all that much insight yet on what kind of Unity assets people can pay for. It's not a deal breaker for me in any sense, but I guess it's worth noting. Where are you? There you are, you jerk. Plucking me in the butt. Right. Health did pretty bad. There's not a whole lot of drop to this crossbow, so you can shoot people pretty far at range. Not really any reason to get up close and melee. I think it's a lot more fun to run through the game and speed run it in this current kind of mechanics. That's kind of why I feel like if they wanted to focus more on speed running, it would be, or like fast play, they wouldn't have to mess too much with current mechanics to make it a decent game. Yeah, the AI is not great right now. Melee sucks, and there isn't really much of a boss system in place. You just got big guys that you shoot a bunch. So, we'll hope to see all those things improved. Yeah. There you go. They do have at least like... Ooh. Yeah, the guys fly real far up once you kill them. So yeah, I kind of like the level design so far. It feels good for the kind of movement. Again, I don't know how much anyone uses of other people's assets or how much they do themselves, but something I guess I'll probably figure out as I play more of these games. The slow-mo mechanic works okay. I like the bounciness as a mechanic to deal with. So if the game wants to focus more on kind of like bouncing and running and doing this slow-mo stuff, that seems like the right tack to me. Boop, boop, boop. What'd I do? You get the slow-mo a little bit sometimes if you like fall off of a slight elevation change. Kind of similar to how Breath of the Wild does sometimes, you know. I wonder how much of this was inspired by the Breath of the Wild arrow trick stuff. That seems like a mechanic worth investing more exploration of. Oh. Yeah, you can kind of slice and dice. It's not super accurate. Oh, you can do like a falling attack. Yeah, swordplay is pretty slow and inaccurate at the moment. You have some kind of cinematic ideas like this. Oh. There you go. Yeah, the enemies, though, they start shooting you from pretty far away, which is kind of annoying to me. Because it's... you can just run into those guys and kill yourself. So, probably may not make it through this run unless I be uber cheaty. They kind of just let me, so that's fine, I guess. How much speed I can actually rack up here. I'm gonna try some... Woo! But I probably would be able to get over there. That's fine. Yeah, I said about as much as you say. I'm never very fond of these kind of ridiculing end screens. Aside from that, I feel like the get good phrase is very overplayed. And they have like some cute goblin animation, so I'd rather them rely on that for character mockery. Anyway, that's just a personal preference. Yeah, so far, I think the most promising things about this are the overall motion, some ideas. I would be very interested in playing it as more of a kind of platform shooter. like to see a little bit better control with jumping and swinging and everything like that. That was interesting. That's pretty much all. This was Sherwood Extreme. I'll put links to the game in the description, so you can see if you want to test it out yourself. It's currently just in a kind of fundraising stage, so you can download like this is pretty much like a tech demo, I guess. You can download it at your own price at the moment. I'm not sure how many platforms it's on, probably just itch right now. Let's see if I can land on the ship. Nope, it's death. Alright, see you around. Oh, I can. Alright. See a guy here. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll look into more stuff. I'll make it its own kind of category so I can keep track of things a little bit better myself. Till next time.